Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Oscar Buzz. Venice is over. Toronto is here. We have not moved a single meter,
No.
but we are going to be talking about people who have. So we're just going to be talking about all the things that happened at the first half of the Toronto International Film Festival. All the premieres are like really, really bunched up. So we'll probably only be doing 3 videos on Toronto recaps, I guess. So one on the first half of the festival, a video on the 2 big ones, Glass Onion and The Fablemans, and then another video on the back half of the festival, and then of course a TIFF People's Choice reaction. So, Thomas, you want to just jump straight in?
Sure.
All right, so enthusiastic. So kicking off, we have the inspection. So this is new A24 thing. Premiered to an 87 on Rotten Tomatoes, pretty strong.
Yeah.
A 73 on Metacritic, which isn't
It's not bad. No, it's fairly decent for Metacritic.
Absolutely. Like 70, you want to be around that 75 range or higher. And then Letterboxd, there is no rating for Letterboxd yet, but I did the people that I follow, everybody's given it a 3. So it seems like it's solid in its everybody, like nobody's like disliking this movie that much. But it wasn't like people are saying maybe this is like the Moonlight of the year that just blows up.
Yeah, this clearly
But
not that.
it doesn't feel like it's that. So I have heard a lot of great things though about Gabrielle Union in a supporting role playing the mom of Jeremy Pope's character.
Yeah.
Do we think that she has a chance this award season?
Problem is, it's in supporting actress, and that's already a very, very stacked category.
Right.
To make things harder, like if she's the only reason this film's getting Oscar buzz, I don't think that would be enough for it to get the eyes on that it needs to. So it doesn't it's not the kind of thing that would just get supporting actress and nothing else. It really doesn't feel like that kind of film. So I doubt it, but unless she is really, really incredible and undeniable in the film, then maybe. But I don't think so. I don't think.
And I feel like I don't think she's quite at that undeniable level, but she's like really close. Like people are saying that she is just stunningly good. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to just keep an eye on it. But this isn't like a picture. Like this would be the only place it feels like that the inspection would show up. Just from all the reviews that I've read, it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere else. But Gabrielle Union, I've put her in my 15. It's definitely something to keep an eye on. Then we have The Swimmers, another entry into the tale so far this year of Netflix just flopping hard at fall festivals.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have a Metacritic still. There isn't a single review on Metacritic. Its Rotten Tomatoes is a 50.
Not great.
This just isn't happening. Like this is the open night film. We thought I had a thought in the back of my mind. Netflix has stuff falling so much. Maybe this is a thing. But yeah, it's a 3.3 on Letterboxd, a 50 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, this is not the thing that'll be Netflix's big thing. Obviously, this will come and go.
Yep.
And do nothing else.
There isn't really much to say. People are saying it's heartwarming enough. I mean, it's the story of some refugees from war-torn Syria, and then they go and compete in the Olympics, and it's like an inspirational sports movie. So yeah, it'll be fun enough. It feels like this year's Bruised. Just a sports movie that drops on Netflix and then immediately goes away.
Or like even Hustle from this year. So
Hustle, yeah.
We've already had one.
Yes, absolutely. Really doesn't feel like it's a thing. Let's talk about weird. let's get weird. Weird the Yankovich Story. A 92 on Rotten Tomatoes. Secondly, a 74 on Metacritic and a 3.6 on Letterboxd. This is way too good. These are uncomfortably good reviews. I've heard just great just deadpan comedy from Daniel Radcliffe. I mean, it's a satire of musical biopics, and it's making fun of all the musical biopic tropes. So this looks pretty fun. I'm looking forward to this movie. It isn't Oscar eligible because of its Roku. It's just dropping straight on Roku, which is really weird. However, with the potential critical support, could this be a Globe thing for actor?
Well, I think definitely, because they're usually struggling for entries anyway in comedy musical actor. So why not? Why if he's getting acclaim, if people are really liking the film, if they're finding it very funny, if they're finding specifically him very funny, that will help him get like a comedy actor nom. And so yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't know. I really do think that this could happen. I just it feels like a thing. I'm excited for this movie. Like it just personally, I think it looks really fun. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. Again, it isn't a lock or anything. I'm not confident about it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe do a little dance. You know.
That's the maybe dance.
But
We can drop that bit maybe now.
no, I edit not that much. Let's talk about something that could be a picture thing, something that we don't have to do the maybe dance for. Initially, we were doing a bit of the maybe dance. All right. Initially, we were like, well, I don't know. But the Woman King, a 100 on Rotten Tomatoes.
This recording session's already gone off the rails.
I don't know. I don't know what's happened. I don't know
No.
why the Woman King just is got it like, and it isn't like there's like 5 reviews.
No,
There's 20 reviews.
People like
And
it.
it's at a
People really
100.
like it.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of insane.
Yeah.
This is kind of insane. I mean, like Letterboxd is loving it. Like everybody's loving the Woman King. People are saying Viola Davis, incredible. Thuso and Beidou, get her in your supporting actress like consideration. Thomas, this is a 3.8 on Letterboxd. I didn't think Letterboxd was gonna like this at all.
No, especially with it's a controversial story, isn't it? I swear it's based off of yeah. So wow.
But like this feels like a thing. It's my number 12 for picture. I think it joins Tar and The Whale and that kind of like amalgamation. But like I don't know. This could do People's Choice top 3.
I mean, it could very well, yes. And like if we are looking at it for maybe picture, it doesn't even like it probably should get some above the line things. Like I'm thinking about actress and supporting actress, but like if it can pick up enough text, which apparently it is quite strong in, like costume design, score as well. I've heard it's quite strong.
Yeah.
Plus, let's not forget it could just be it could just be thrown into those sorts of categories. Maybe that's enough this year, because this year is going to be a weird picture lineup, I reckon. So this could just be a thing that gets thrown in there.
I mean, people are saying it is one of the best, if not like the best historical epic in recent years. So like, I mean, the other thing, I'll get to see this before TIFF People's Choice even happens. I get to see this in a couple days. It releases this upcoming weekend in America.
Nice.
So like, I'll get to see this in like less than 5 days. Like,
speaking of release dates, I do think it does maybe hurt it slightly that it is released in September. I know that argument was sort of debunked last year with Coda being released in August, but that was a very specific case. Like usually films that are released in September, they don't make as much money as they want to, and they lose momentum before Oscar season. So could that happen? Maybe I could see that, but these are some great reviews. So.
Coming from the man that famously said, "We'll all forget about Coda by the time the Oscars happen." You know, coming from you. But yeah, no, this is really exciting. I wasn't looking forward to the movie that much. This trailer didn't look that good to me.
I do, yeah. But we were in the minority. We were in the minority.
Everybody did seem to be like really hyping this up, and you're like, okay. But I don't know. I'm throwing it back into like costumes, production design, makeup. Like I have it in my 10 for score now. I have Davison and Beidou in my 10. As I said, I have it just outside. Like I think if it can get at least one of if we're saying it's getting the tech and it can get at least one of the actors in, then I think we got picture on our hands.
We could very well. But like we will also need to factor in what kind of halls the Whale will get, what kind of halls the Tar will get, because it's complicated. It's going to be a tricky year to predict picture.
Yeah. It'll be really, really interesting.
A lot of things will be picking up similar halls, and it's gonna be very hard. It's gonna
be a wild year. This is gonna be one of the most interesting just Oscars years I can think of just going into it. It's gonna be very, very fascinating. I can see it being like, because the last couple haven't been interesting. I could see this being like a 2019 year where we just don't know what's winning like until they announce it. It'll be because like you could kind of argue that last year, but like everything was just so predictable. Like this year, I think everything's just.
It was everything but like Coda or Power of the Dog, and even then, enough like quite a few people had jumped on the Coda train by the end. Like I had it predicting it by the end. But,
I was stubborn, but you know,
you were stubborn.
Yeah. But this is really interesting. This is really, really interesting. Something else that's really interesting is everybody's loving Bros, and I'm very
Yeah,
happy that this is happening because I'm really looking forward to Bros. It looks delightful.
it does. It
And
does indeed.
yeah, it's a 92 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a 75 on Metacritic. I mean, what more do you want? This is another Golden Globe. I feel like this is almost a lock for Globe Comedy Musical Picture and Actor
Oh,
for
presumably, yeah.
Billy
Yeah.
Eichner, and then
You'd
an
imagine so.
actor. I mean, yeah, it's a 3.5 on Letterboxd. Like Phil was saying, it's just one of the most funny, just like straight up funny comedies in years.
Yeah. It's
There's
great.
another one we'll get to see very soon. At least I will, because UK released it strange.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know about this as an Oscars thing. We've said this for a while. I feel like this could be the Crazy Rich Asians of the year, where maybe it gets in at the Globes for picture, and then maybe it sneaks in, like Critics' Choice or PGA even for picture. I think PGA is way more likely to maybe slide into a picture slot because they like to go for these types of big comedies, more. But then it might just get blanked at the Oscars, and I think its only chance would be screenplay.
I would agree. And the problem is it is original screenplay, and there is already quite a few things occupying quite an amount of space in that category.
I think that there are 6 strong things in original screenplay.
Yeah.
If Banshees is there. If Banshees isn't there, I think there's 5 strong things. So
but
like,
the problem is that is 5. That's 5 strong things. That fills up a nomination slot. So
I think it could end up just outside. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like just with the Crazy Rich Asians comparison, Crazy Rich Asians a 91 on Rotten Tomatoes, this has a 92. And Crazy Rich Asians a 74 on Metacritic, this has a 75. So it's like almost identical. Like I really think we were spot on with our Crazy Rich Asians comparison from the start.
Although I didn't like Crazy Rich Asians, so
well, neither did I. But
no, I'm looking forward to this one.
I think I'll like this movie quite a bit. I think I'll like it quite a bit. All right, let's talk about Causeway. And so this is the Jennifer Lawrence thing, initially titled Red, White, and Water from another A24/Apple thing. And Apple picked this up and have made it they haven't made it their top thing, but like they gave it a November release date and they decided to do the distribution. They got that from A24. A24 still produced it, but it's an 83 on Rotten Tomatoes. So like
it's fairly solid.
I've heard some really, really positive things about Jennifer Lawrence in this.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to be an awards thing. It's a 3.5 on Letterboxd, which is still like pretty solid. Like it just feels like it's solid, but Lawrence is very good.
Yes. Yeah.
The question is how hard will Apple push this? And
I mean, get it in? Yeah, we talked about Apple TV in their sort of state pretty extensively, but they still have Greatest Beer on Ever, and I still think that will be their most major push. It is interesting that they did choose to pick this up. It does suggest maybe slightly a lack of confidence in Greatest Beer on Ever, but we'll see reviews of that in a couple of days. So, very interesting. But yeah, no, I feel like this just will be a thing that, like, again, will just sort of come and go. Maybe Lawrence will be in the conversation. She's a big name. The Academy like her. And if she is genuinely very good, then yeah, like, I guess she would be in the conversation. But I'm talking like top 10. Like, I don't think she would end up with the nomination.
And she is in my 10. She's in my 10.
Yeah.
This feels like a Critics' Choice or SAG thing that they could maybe go
Potentially.
or a BAFTA thing. Like, and I know I just listed a majority of the precursors, and I guess that's really just it. I feel like this is a performance that shows up at one of the precursors. Maybe like Tessa Thompson in Passing, where like she gets a BAFTA nom. And she shows up in a couple of different places at like critics groups. Maybe this is like a Gotham nom or an Indie Spirits nom, because it is a pretty low budget film. But like, yeah, I don't see this being a big thing unless Apple just really takes off with it. And I think their strategy will be kind of set once we get the reviews for Greatest Beer on Ever in just a couple of days.
Yes, yeah, that'd be very interesting for sure.
Let's move next to let's talk about the menu. People are liking this one, I think, overall. I think that this is pretty well liked. So far it's a 75 on Rotten Tomatoes. Pretty good.
Yeah.
We don't have a score on Metacritic yet, but we got a 75, a 70, and a 60. Or no, we did just get one. It's at a 69. As I refresh the page, it's at a 69. So like, it's decent. We haven't been getting anything like great out of it, though. A couple of people that like I specifically follow on like Letterboxd and like Matt Nagley, the film Drunk, Brother Bro, Josie Marie, 4, 4.5, 5, like it just very, very high reviews. So like, this feels like something that Letterboxd is going to love a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe critics just think it's like decent. I'm looking forward to this movie though. I think it's
I'm
gonna be really
really
fun.
looking forward to it. I think Ray Fiennes look like he's going to be really good in it, and it looks like the sort of concept I like. It's a sort of thrillery type thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Put it that way.
And Thomas and I also just found out before that it's directed by Mark Mylod, who directed Succession, which is one of our favorite TV shows.
Yes,
So
indeed.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna like this one a lot. It's not an awards thing at all. Like Searchlight has so many other like they have Banshees, they have Empire of Light. This isn't gonna be pushed for award. Like you can stop. If anything, it's like a Critics' Choice nomination for best horror movie. Like that's it. Like,
Yeah.
but people are I don't know. I like the critics' reactions are like decent, but Letterboxd reactions have been very, very, very good. So I think I'll like it. I think I'll like it quite a
Yeah.
bit. And the last thing that we'll talk about is Thomas. I know this is a movie that you're so excited about, The Lost King.
Yeah. The
We're
Lost
both so
King.
excited, and like the trailer for this looks awful.
Well,
Like it looks very bad. I'm not the biggest fan of Stephen Frears. I don't love Philomena. Sorry, this
yeah.
isn't for me. It got a 70 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Which is sort of exactly where I expected it to land. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't think
it's
it would be rated terribly. It's that kind of British film where it gets fairly mixed to positive reviews, and just yeah, that's about it for it.
yeah, it's a 3.3 on Letterboxd. Like I will still probably see this to review it.
Yeah, yeah,
Like our kind of rule of thumb with reviews is like if it's on Gold Derby, like
yeah.
we'll probably see it and review it. But yeah, just not really looking forward to this one that
No,
much.
no.
I mean,
no.
at least Sally Hawkins seems to be but like also this just isn't an awards thing aside from like the BAFTA for Best British Film. That can happen.
Yes,
And it
which
will
I think it will
probably
get.
get
Yeah,
nominated. Yeah,
probably end
especially
up
with 10
like they nominate
nominees.
10 films. They're already scraping the bottom of the barrel for nomination.
Yeah,
So yeah, this
yeah.
will probably be a thing there.
Even though they somehow didn't nominate Spencer last year and instead nominated a bunch of random
Well,
things. That
but
was
we know that
disgusting.
felt like a deliberate sort of thing.
Yeah, yep. Gotta love the royal family.
Yeah.
Or what's left of them. But yeah, that's our discussion on and the first half of TIFF. Some, just some maybe things that we can pull. The big surprise here was the Woman King. That was the big
Indeed.
shocker that we were like, oh, hello. Would you like to be in my best picture predictions? Sure. I'll place you high. So yeah, very, very exciting. Next TIFF video will be on Glass Onion and the Fablemans, so look out for
Will
that
be.
one.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a third part to it in a couple days. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Stay safe, everybody. Keep an eye out for more TIFF content. Goodbye.
Indeed.